Hi everyone, thank you all for watching. I know it's been a long time since I recorded a video. Actually, it's been like almost a year since I uploaded my last video. I will say that there's no excuses, but I will have to say that I had some technical difficulties with my camera and my computer. I tried to, actually I have recorded at least, I would say at least 4 or 5 videos that I recorded. And I tried to upload them on my computer, but it wouldn't load. I don't know why it wouldn't load. And then I asked my cousin, I was like, I don't know why it wouldn't detect. I had to wipe out my computer completely because I don't know what happened, that I might have like downloaded like a wrong file, and it literally made my computer so slow, so I decided to like completely wipe out my computer. But ever since then, I don't know why when I plug in my camera, it just wouldn't load the video. So I was like, man. So I bought a new camera. So if you guys have seen my Instagram pictures, you guys have, I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed that my pictures have better quality. They just look more profesh, and that's because I've been using the Sony 5100. And then I made a blog of the products that I use when I take pictures. So go ahead and check out my website. I did launch it in August, but that's where you'll be seeing all my detailed of makeup, the ones that I haven't recorded. So if you guys are interested in looking at other looks that I've done, go ahead and check out my website, which I'll be linking down below as well. So for today's video, I decided to do a review and a makeup tutorial of the Carli BH Cosmetics palette, and this is the palette that she made, and I'm gonna say I am pretty proud of her. So shout out to Carli Bybel if you're watching this video. I am really proud that you made this palette. I absolutely love the way how it looks. I've never seen a white palette. They usually like black or, you know, other designs, but I think this looks very classy. Also, I love the pigmentation of these eyeshadows. Like, I cannot believe when I first got this. I will say that this shade down here was broken when I received it. Originally, this palette was supposed to be for my mom, but I decided to keep it for myself. I did contact BH Cosmetics, and they were so nice. They were so nice to be able to send me a new palette. So I'm going to give my mom the new palette that's going to come out, and the new Carli. Oh my god, I can't even speak today. I'm going to give my mom the new palette. And I'm going to keep this one because I already used it and I already swatched it. But I am not gonna lie. Let me see if I can swatch these. These are so pigmented. And wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. When I received this, I saw it at night, and at night I didn't have that good lighting. So when I was swatching them, I was like, holy moly! I was like, damn, these have so much pigmentation, but I don't know if you guys can tell. I can swatch it on my hand. I'm actually pretty surprised of the I'm surprised that, there you go. I'm surprised that the mattes have so much pigmentation, just because I have tried other mattes from other companies before, and it's not that great, honestly. And I pay so much for these eyeshadows that, you know, if they look great on when you swatch them, but when you put them on your eye, they don't look as great, you know. So I was really happy that these eyeshadows were really pigmented, and they really worked great with my skin type. But I will have to say that when I applied, I used this eyeshadow. You have to use this wet, And also I think it just depends on what kind of base you were using, because I was using the Urban Decay Priming Potion. I will say though that I love this primer potion, but I would rather use the MAC paint pot, the Painterly paint pot. I love that one's very creamy. When I apply the eyeshadow, it just applies very smooth. So maybe that was kind of like the downfall, that I probably wasn't using the right primer for these eyeshadows. So I recommend you using a creamier primer, eyeshadow primer for these shadows. I mean, other than that, I mean, I used the mattes for my crease, and they were so pigmented. Like, I don't even know if you can tell, but it just went on pretty good, and I'm like surprised. But yeah, so basically I use all these three up here. Actually, I use basically everything up here minus this one. I decided to use this one as my eyeshadow color, and I use this wet using the Prep and Prime Fix Plus. This is the new packaging of MAC for the Fix Plus. So all these highlighters down here and bronzers, they are amazing. They're so well pigmented. Look at that. Hella pigmented, huh? Yes. The good thing about this is that it's $12.50 on bhcosmetics.com. And okay, so the only thing that that was kind of like a downfall was that it sold out pretty fast. But I mean, that's not that's a good thing and a bad thing. A bad thing is that I had to wait so long since it came out to get this palette. But I mean, it's a good thing because obviously it's high demand, which means it's a good palette and everybody else wants to get this palette. So I mean, it's really cheap for 14 eyeshadows. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, 14 eyeshadows. I mean, including the highlighters. That's amazing. So that's it for this review. If you are interested in how to get this look, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay guys, first things first, I'm going to be prepping my skin with my CeraVe moisturizer, and I absolutely love this moisturizer because it's good for combination skin. And then I'm going to be going in with the NYX Pore Filler. I don't really need this, but I love the finish that it gives when I apply my foundation. It just looks so flawless. And then I'm going to be using the Smashbox primer. I would definitely recommend this if you want your foundation to last a long time. Moving on to eyebrows, I accidentally forgot to record this footage, but I'm using Cork eyeshadow from MAC and an angle brush from MAC, and I'm lightly filling in the natural shape of my eyebrow. You don't want to put too much product or else it's going to look too filled in, so lightly brush the angle brush through your eyebrows slightly. For a cleaner eyebrow look, I'm going to be using concealer just to clean up under my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and number 20, I believe, and I'm using a flat brush, and this works perfect if you haven't tamed your eyebrows in a long time. And honestly, I haven't had the time to tame my eyebrows, so using concealer under your eyebrows, it literally pulls the look together. And I'm just going to clip my hair back just so it won't get in the way. For eyeshadow primer, I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and then I'm going to set that with my BenNye Fair Powder. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to start off with my crease, and I'm going to be using this brown shade from the top row, and I'm using a 224 from MAC, which is a blending brush. You can use any blending brush that you have. Just make sure that it's fluffy. And here I'm basically saying that I'm used to doing looks based on my eye shape, which is round, but I'm going to be using a new technique and extending the eyeshadow by winging out the crease color out almost towards you the end of the eyebrow. So now I'm going to be using the mauve eyeshadow, which is second to last from the top row, and I'm going to be using the 217 from MAC.
It's a more defined blending brush, and I'm going to be applying this underneath where I applied the brown shade, just to define the crease a little bit more and to add a little bit more color. For my eyelid, I'm going to be using the first shade from the second row, and as you guys can see, when I started applying it, you could barely see anything on my eyelid. So what I did was that I took my Fix Plus spray from MAC, and then I sprayed my brush. I grabbed more eyeshadow, and then I just packed it on my eyelid. And what it did was that it just created so much more pigmentation and made the eyeshadow much more vibrant. With that darker plum eyeshadow that's on the corner, I'm going to be using a tapered brush, and I'm just applying it just to the outer corner, just to create more like a smoky eye and to add a little bit more depth to the outer corner of the eye. And then I'm going to be going back with the fluffy blending brush just to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using my two current favorite foundations, which is Bobbi Brown Long Wearing Foundation in number 4.5 and Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in number 240, and I'm going to be applying this with MAC's Dual Fiber Foundation Brush. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in number 20, and I'm going to be applying it under my eyes, the sides of my nose, my chin area, and then in between my eyebrows, mainly more on my forehead. And I'm going to be blending it out with a foundation brush from MAC, which is like a dual fiber but a little bit shorter, which helps with precision, and it literally blends everything out and makes it look so smooth. And I'm also going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I absolutely love this concealer, you guys. This is my second tube, and it's like a highlighter and a concealer 2-in-1. I absolutely recommend you guys to get this. It is so cheap and it's amazing. I absolutely love it. For contour, I'm going to be using this concealer stick that I bought at the beauty supply store. I don't know the name of the product, but I'll be listing it down below. And I'm just going to be contouring my nose slightly, and then my cheekbone, and then also my temples of my forehead, and then my jawline. Then I'm going to set my concealer using the BenNye Fair Powder. It's translucent powder, so it's not going to be thick. It literally works perfect under the eye area. It doesn't crease up. It just blends in perfectly. With the remaining product that you have on your brush, just go ahead and blend out the nose contour. And to set my foundation, I'm going to be using the BenNye Banana Powder. For bronzer and to set my contour, I'm going to be using Uninterrupted Prolonger Eyeshadow from MAC. I'm going to be using my Banana BenNye powder and my damped beauty blender just to make my contour look more clean. For mascara, I'm using Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, and at the moment, this is my favorite mascara. And for top eyeliner, I'm going to be using NYC Liquid Liner. With the brown shade from the top row, we're going to take a fluffy brush and then just smudge it to the bottom lash line, and then with a different brush take the darker mauve shade and then just only add it to the outer corner of the eye. And use any brush to wipe off the excess powder. The darker shade from the palette, I'm just going to add it to the outer corner of my eye just to create more depth and more darkness. And then with Teddy Eyeliner from MAC, we're just going to add it to the waterline and then just smudging it out. For blush, I'm using Azalea in the Afternoon from MAC. And I'm adding the lightest shade from the palette to the inner tear duct. For eyelashes, I'm using House of Lashes in Iconics, and these are currently my favorite eyelashes, though they're kind of dramatic. And then I'm going to go with my liquid liner just to make it look a little more darker. And for highlight, I'm going to take this fluffy brush and then this color from the palette. It is so pigmented. You don't really need that much product, but I'm adding it to the tip of my nose and to the cheek highlight. To set my eyebrows, I'm using this tinted brow gel from MAC, which helps your eyebrows appear fuller, and it also gives it a slight tint, and it also helps to set anything that you have on your eyebrows. Moving on to lips, I am using Soar Lip Liner from MAC. I'm actually going to be using two lip liners. I'm using Soar Lip Liner and Boldly Bare Lip Liner, both from MAC. Soar Lip Liner was just a little bit too dark for me, but Boldly Bare just kind of helped tone it down. And then I'm going to be using Pure Hollywood Liquid Lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills. These are 20 bucks, but honestly, they are so worth the 20 bucks. And last but not least, just go ahead and set your makeup with MAC Fix Plus spray. I obviously sprayed too much because I am drying the hell out of this.
So that's it for the tutorial and this review. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. I will be doing some more videos pretty soon, so stay tuned. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and like this video. Also, if you have not checked out my website, go ahead and check out my website. I will be linking it down below. I'll be linking all of the details down below, and yes, I'll see you guys next time.